हेलो एंड अ वेरी गुड मॉर्निंग टू ईच वन ऑफ यू। स्वागत है आप सभी का वाईफाई स्टडी स्टूडियोज के इस चैनल पे, इस सेशन पे। सो टुडे योर एजुकेटर इंग्लिश आंचल मैम, educator of English Anchal ma'am, will be discussing with you reading comprehension, approach of how to answer a reading comprehension, right? So चलिए स्टार्ट करते हैं सेशन को, और चैनल को लाइक शेयर और सब्सक्राइब जरूर कीजिएगा। सेशन को भी ढेर सारे लाइक कीजिएगा जितने लोग भी यहाँ पे हमारे साथ जुड़ चुके हैं। तो आज के सेशन में हम डिस्कस करने वाले हैं रीडिंग कॉम्प्रीहेंशन। हमने डे 1 और डे 2 में पहला दूसरा रीडिंग कॉम्प्रीहेंशन किया था। दिस इज द थर्ड रीडिंग कॉम्प्रीहेंशन विच वी आर डूइंग इन दिस सेशन, इन दिस सीजन। ओके, सो सबसे पहले आप लोगों को मुझे अनअकैडमी पे फॉलो करना है। अनअकैडमी पे फॉलो करने के लिए आपको मेरे नाम को टाइप करना है, विच इज ANCHALSINGH, राइट। फॉलो बटन पे हिट करना है। फॉलो बटन हिट करने से क्या होगा, आपको जितनी भी मेरी फ्री क्लासेस है वो सभी अवेल हो जाएंगी, आप सभी फ्री क्लासेस कर पाएंगे। साथ ही अगर आपको मेरी प्लस सब्सक्रिप्शन की क्लास करनी है, अगर आपको मेरी प्लस क्लास करनी है, तो आप AN लाइव कोड यूज करके 10% इंस्टेंट डिस्काउंट अवेल कर सकते हैं, विच विल गिव यू 10% इंस्टेंट डिस्काउंट। माई कोड विल गिव यू 10% इंस्टेंट डिस्काउंट, और इससे आप जाके सब्सक्रिप्शन बाय कर सकते हैं और बैच क्लासेस कर सकते हैं, राइट। सब्सक्रिप्शन बाय करने के लिए क्या करना होगा, चॉइस ऑफ एग्जाम सिलेक्ट करना है, चॉइस ऑफ एग्जाम सिलेक्ट करना है, चॉइस ऑफ मंथ सेलेक्ट करना है। अफोर्डेबिलिटी के हिसाब से आप जो भी अफोर्ड कर सकते हैं आप वो चॉइस ऑफ मंथ सेलेक्ट कर लीजिए, प्लान सेलेक्ट कर लीजिए। इफ़ योर प्लान इज ऑफ 6,000 रुपीज़, और तो आप मेरे कोड का यहाँ इस्तेमाल कीजिएगा। जैसे ही AN लाइव, you will see 10% instant discount in your plan and your fees becomes 5,400. For example, if it is 12,000, okay, if it is of 6,000, so your fees becomes 5,400 and then you can proceed to pay. आप मेरे साथ इन सभी सेशंस में जुड़ सकते हैं। 6:30 to 7 AM वाईफाई स्टडी स्टूडियोज यूट्यूब चैनल है, यहाँ पे आप मेरे साथ जुड़ सकते हैं। 10 AM to 11 AM मंडे टू वेडनेसडे आप मेरे साथ प्लस की क्लासेस में जुड़ सकते हैं। 11:30 to 1:30 PM आप मेरे साथ अनअकैडमी की क्लासेस में जुड़ सकते हैं। अनअकैडमी की स्पेशल क्लासेस, फ्री सेशंस में जुड़ सकते हैं। 2 PM to 3 PM आप मेरे साथ वाईफाई स्टडी बैंक एग्जाम में जुड़ सकते हैं, राइट। बैंक एग्जाम में जुड़ने के लिए आपको क्या करना होगा, बैंक एग्जाम में जुड़ने के लिए आपको चैनल को जाके लाइक शेयर करना होगा, और जैसे ही आप चैनल को लाइक और शेयर करेंगे या सब्सक्रिप्शन वहाँ पे या अगर आप सब्सक्राइब कर लेंगे तो आपको सभी अपडेट्स अपने फेवरेट एजुकेटर की मिल जाएगी, राइट। ओके, एंड व्हाट एल्स। नाउ जस्ट इंग्लिश के भी चैनल पे आप मेरे साथ जुड़ सकते हैं, जहाँ पे यू कैन अवेल ऑल द इंग्लिश क्लासेस एंड आप इम्प्रूव कर सकते हैं अपनी इंग्लिश यहाँ पे, राइट। बाय रीडिंग राइटिंग स्किल्स, एनहांसिंग योर रीडिंग एंड राइटिंग एबिलिटी, बाय एनहांसिंग योर रीडिंग एंड राइटिंग स्किल्स फ्रॉम 10:30 to 11 AM हर थर्सडे और फ्राइडे को हमारा ये सेशन होता है। ओके, चलिए लेट्स गेट स्टार्टेड नाउ। लेट्स स्टार्ट विद द सेशन। पहले हम इस आरसी को पढ़ेंगे और उसके बाद इस आरसी के क्वेश्चंस को आंसर करेंगे, राइट। It's this period of his life that a new exhibition, okay, I'll just change the color of my pen. It's this period of his life that a new exhibition at the British Museum seems to display in an exhibition entitled Hokusai. Beyond the Great Wave, in his 70s, Hokusai would adopt a new name, Manji, meaning 10,000 things or everything. This was exactly what he wanted to draw. Everything. Sorry for that. Everything, right? An understanding of the form of things. The Japanese Buddhist belief that all things living and material have a spiritual connection to one another, and the desire to portray it was these that drove Hokusai in his quest for immortality as an artist. Born in 1760 in Edo, modern Tokyo, Hokusai published his first ukiyo e-prints in 1779, meaning floating wall. Ukiyo-e woodblock prints took hedonism. These are very, very important words which you need to uh, note, okay? And pleasure as their subjects depicting Gijinga, Cartesians, Yakushai actors, and Shunga erotic coupling in details. Hokushai's work was no exception, but in a career that saw him symbolically change his name 30 times, other themes began to interest him. Hokusai drew everyday life images from ancient Japanese and Chinese mythology and nature, besides experimenting with new techniques. Right? Okay. 100 years of art. He insisted he would achieve greatness only if he honed his craft till he turned 100. I wish to work so that at 100 years I will have achieved a divine state in my art, he once wrote. The ink he used for Under the Wave and other works was formed by blending traditional Japanese indigo with the newly available Prussian blue to create a fantastic, deep, saturated color that would define his most famous creations. One can almost feel the spray of the ocean in Kazikazawa in Kai province, composed in early 1831. I hope आप लोगों को ये पूरा passage समझ आ रहा होगा. It's just a story which is being said, okay, और हम उसे पढ़ रहे हो उसे chronological order के हिसाब से, okay. In rainstorm beneath the summit, the deep blue at the top gives a real sense of the scale of the image, with mighty Mount Fuji nearly touching the heavens. The mountains sacred to Buddhists and Shintoists was a recurring subject in Hokushai's work, appearing most famously in 100 Views. In drawing the famous mountain, Hokushai was also searching for his own permanence, for his legacy to bloom like a sakura tree and never wilt. Fuji View Plain in Owari province, printed in 1831, is vintage Hokushai. Here the mountain is but a small wedge on the horizon and the sky dissected into ochre, white and shades of blue, but the key element is the worker in the foreground. Hard at work, he is uninterested in the view behind him. Why would he be? For him, the spectacular has become, excuse me, banal. The attention to the mundane, the worker's tool drawn with as much detail as the delicate wispy leaves of the tree beside him, is characteristics of Hokusai. For him, the pedestrian was worthy of commemoration. He captured urban life in Japan with a level of precision that would later inspire Western artists to do the same. The father of modernism. Before he died, aged 19, Hokusai changed his name one last time to Gakyo Rojin. The old man, crazy to paint, he revisited themes, places, and mythology with the same fervor he had displayed decades earlier. But how did Hokusai become, excuse me, so famous? Why is that he became a household name while some of his contemporaries like Ando Hiroshige and Kitagawa Utamaro did not? Japan was in tumult during the last years of Hokushai's life. The last shogunate was collapsing, and ensuing Meiji restoration and would irrevocably change the country and its place in the world. Enterprising merchants visiting Japan for the first time in 1850s saw great value in the ukiyo-e prints and sent them back to art markets in Europe. Hokusai and his peers' works were initially undervalued. Indeed, the first prints were initially used as packaging material for other artworks, but all that changed in 1867 with Paris' first exposition universally which boasted the first ever Japanese pavilion in Paris, a key attraction. Hokusai. Changing Japan. The Orientalist construction of Japan as an exotic land of beautiful women with a deep connection to nature and of solemn warriors clinging to codes of honor amidst blooming cherry blossom trees also played its part in popularizing him. But this wouldn't last so long as Japan was evocative but weak. It provided a source of inspiration to European artists looking for a different creative process. When that changed in 1905, after Japan triumphed against the Tsar's imperial forces in the Russo Japanese War, the country was rudely transformed in Western consciousness to that of a world power. This may be why later artists like Picasso turned to Africa in search of their primitivist fantasies. After all, while escaping the constraints of Western art, as the Impressionists did, may have required gazing at worlds outside of Europe. They could not bear it when the people of those worlds stared right back at them. Nearly 170 years Nearly 170 years, Hokushai's work are still admired. His legacy has contributed to some of the world's most important art movements. He is even on the smartphone. There's a wave emoji, and last year's widely popular app Prisma can verify any image you want. In the end, the old man crazy to paint did find the immortality he was looking for all his life. So, this was the passage and the story of Hokusai. Okay, so now those who have joined just now, I would like to give you a very quick pick of what we just now read. Please have a look and then we will move on to the questions part. And even those who have already read along with me, you can further read it again once again. Once I did the reading, now you can also do the reading for me. Please read it out. I'll give you one minute for each slide so that you read it properly. I don't think so you will be needing more than 1 minute for answering this paper. You have to read, like, see, we are going very slow, but you don't have to go very slow. I'm going very slow because there are beginners in this session. There are already students who are appearing in the exam. There are students who will be appearing for the first time. There are also students who have already done everything, right? So I'm just giving you a approach. I'm telling you that how will you pick up the important words? How will you mark the important words? Keep noting them, and then you will answer the following questions, right? That is why I'm going a little slow so that we can answer properly. And in this whole session, we are going to discuss this only. That is why I am being just very slow with you so that you understand very nicely and then we can proceed to the questions part. So we always will be following, mostly we'll be following PQ approach, first paragraph reading and then question. If we will be doubtful, skeptical about any question, we will then visit the paragraph again and see the question. Okay. So I hope this slide is done. Moving on to the next. जितने लोग भी सेशन में जुड़े हुए हैं, I would request each one of you to please like, share and subscribe the channel and also like the session. और अगर आपने अभी तक मेरी चैंपियनशिप बैच एनरोल नहीं की है तो जल्दी से जाइए अनअकैडमी पे एनरोल कर लीजिए। Okay, so next slide. Before he died, aged 19, Hokusai changed his name one last time. Remember, Geikyo Rojin was his name. And in the end, the old man, crazy to pain, did find the immortality he was looking for all his life. Okay. So this is was the whole paragraph about. I hope जिन लोगों ने भी late में भी join किया उन लोगों ने भी paragraph को एक बार reread कर लिया होगा. So let's begin with the question. Question number 1. What was the last name of Hokusai before his death? Hokusai का last name क्या था before his death? I already made you mark that Yukio, Prisma, Geikyo, Rojin, none of the above. Which one of the following is the correct answer of this question? आप comment box पे comment कर सकते हैं. I'll give you 30 seconds to answer this question. Very, very easy. Yes, the correct answer to this question is option number C. अभी just हमने एक बार दोबारा से recall भी किया था. Geikyo Rojin was the name of the man. According to the passage, what is the meaning of manzi? Let's have a look. If you have any doubt, in the 70s, Hokusai would adopt a new name, Manzi, meaning 10,000 things or everything. So what according to you should be the correct answer of the following question? Everything, nothing, sailor या pilot? The correct answer is as written in the passage, everything. In accordance to the passage, in accordance to the passage, which of the following statements given below is or are correct regarding Hokusai? He became famous after Paris' first exposition universally. The ink he used in his painting was formed by blending traditional Japanese indigo. I think we read it somewhere here only about that. Yeah. Exposition universally, which boasted the first ever Japanese pavilion in Paris. So he definitely became famous in Paris. And how did he became? There was another thing which we talked about. So long as Japanese was evocative but weak, its source of inspiration, artist. Okay, exotic land of beautiful women with deep connection of nature. So the correct answer to this question will be what? A, B, B only, A only, neither A or B, or both are correct. According to me, the correct answer is both are correct. From where? Excuse me for that. From where did Hokusai draw everyday life images in his paintings or craft? Buddhist scriptures, Japanese and Chinese mythology, Indian mythology, Mongolian mythology. Which mythology did we talk about in the passage? कमेंट बॉक्स पे जल्दी से कमेंट करके बताइए व्हाट शुड बी द करेक्ट आंसर ऑफ द फॉलोइंग. Okay, so the correct answer to this question will be what? The correct answer in this question will be option number B, Japanese and Chinese mythology. This is what we were talking about. Okay. According to the writer of the above passage, Japan was rudely transformed in Western consciousness after Japan triumphed against the Tsar's imperial forces in the Russo-Japanese War, Japan's defeat in the Second World War, Japan's defeat in the First World War, none of the above. Which one of the following will be the correct answer? I hope आप लोगों ने पैराग्राफ ध्यान से रीड किया होगा और पैराग्राफ में इनमें से कोई एक सेंटेंस जरूर रीड किया है. सो विच इज द आंसर? आप कमेंट बॉक्स पे कमेंट कर सकते हैं. लाइव चैट पे आपके पास ऑप्शन होता है कि आप आंसर यहाँ कमेंट कर सकते हैं, बता सकते हैं. एंड देन आई विल टेल यू द करेक्ट आंसर टू द फॉलोइंग क्वेश्चन. Well, the correct answer to this question is option number 1. Japan triumphed against the Tsar's imperial forces in the Russo-Japanese War. Choose the most opposite of the word quest. Quest का मतलब तलाश में, search. What will be the opposite of the word? Prey, retreat, delving, voyage. What do you think will be the opposite of the word talash? Quest. आपको बताना है which one of the following will be the correct answer to this question number 6. We are doing third day reading comprehension where I am telling you about the approach of answering and questioning, of how to read the reading comprehension, how to remember the reading comprehension, right? So tell me what is the opposite of the word quest. The opposite of the word quest will be option number B, retreat. ओके अब आपको बताना है ऑपोजिट ऑफ द वर्ड सॉरी you have to tell the opposite of the word Hedonism. Hedonism का मतलब क्या होता है? Hedonism का मतलब होता है happiness. So what will be the opposite of the word hedonism? Debauchery, epicureanism, gratification, yeah, unhappiness. Very well. You can see it very well. The correct answer will be option number D. Definitely exact opposite is unhappiness. You have to tell the most similar meaning of the word banal. Banal का मतलब क्या होता है? Banal का मतलब होता है stupid. So what do you think is the correct meaning of the word banal? Bland होना, corny होना, dumb होना, all of the above, सभी. Okay, so the correct answer to this question will be none other than option number D. All of the above. In सभी की meaning होती है stupid. Most similar meaning of the word honed. Honed का मतलब क्या होता है? To integrate. ठीक है? Hone, acuminate, important, verbose. None of the above. Which one of the following will be the correct answer of this question? The correct answer to this question will be acuminate. Last question of the session. Most similar meaning of the word fervor. Ardor. आपने कई बार सुना होगा fervor, so I hope everyone knows the meaning of fervor. Ardor, apathy, dullness, insincerity. Which one of the following is the most similar meaning of the word fervor? The correct answer to this question will be what? The correct answer to this question will be option number A, ardor. This is the correct meaning, most similar meaning of the word fervor, right? I hope this session was really helpful for you. Definitely we'll see you in the next class. And in the next class, I'll come up with some new topics, some new sessions. तब तक के लिए लाइक शेयर और सब्सक्राइब करना ना भूले, बेल आइकन जरूर हिट कर दीजिएगा ताकि हम जब भी ऑनलाइन आए या लाइव आए आपको भी नोटिफिकेशंस मिल जाए, राइट? चैनल को भी लाइक शेयर और सब्सक्राइब कीजिएगा, सेशन को भी ढेर सारा लाइक कीजिएगा. टिल देन टेक केयर, गुड बाय, हैव अ गुड डे, बाय एवरीवन.